The pickup truck world has always been about balancing power, capability, and cost. Most people assume that if you want a truck that can pull serious weight, like 20,000 pounds, you'll have to spend upwards of $70,000 on a brand new heavy-duty diesel. And they're not wrong when it comes to today's showroom floor. Walk into a dealership in 2025, ask for a truck with a 20,000-pound towing rating, and you'll be looking at the latest Ford Super Duty, Ram HD, or Chevrolet Silverado HD. All of them are powerful, refined, and expensive. But here's the interesting part. You don't actually have to spend that kind of money. If you're willing to shop smart, look at older model years, and accept some mileage on the odometer, you can buy a truck capable of towing 20,000 pounds for under $25,000. That's right, less than the price of a new compact car today. The catch? You'll be looking at used heavy-duty diesel trucks, typically built between 2008 and 2015, that still have the power and equipment to handle big jobs. This video will take a deep dive into what makes this possible, which trucks you should look for, what engines to prioritize, and the realities of buying a budget-friendly heavy-duty tow rig. Along the way, we'll explore the towing science, the role of diesel engines, and insider tips on stretching your dollar wisely. By the end, you'll understand exactly how a sub-25K truck can still hook up to a trailer loaded with 20,000 pounds of cargo and get the job done. Why 20,000 pounds is such a big deal. Before diving into specific trucks, let's put this towing figure into perspective. 20,000 pounds isn't just a casual weekend toy, it's serious capability. To put it in real-world terms, a typical travel trailer weighs between 6,000 and 10,000 pounds. A large horse trailer with animals on board can push past 14,000 pounds. Many construction equipment haulers, with skid steers, small backhoes, or even medium excavators, can weigh in the 18,000 to 20,000 pound range. Fifth-wheel RVs often fall between 15,000 and 20,000 pounds loaded. A truck that can tow this much isn't just a pickup, it's a work tool. A mobile machine designed for serious hauling. Not every heavy-duty truck is rated to pull this kind of load. To reach 20,000 pounds of towing, you need the right engine, the right axle ratio, the right frame strength, and the right hitch setup. That's why we're not talking about half-ton pickups like the Ford F350 or Chevy Silverado 1500 here. Those trucks max out closer to 14,000 pounds under ideal conditions. To hit 20,000 pounds, you're looking at 3/4 ton 2500 or 1 ton 3500 trucks. And crucially, they need to be diesel-powered. Why diesel is the key to heavy towing. Diesel engines are the heart of the 20,000 pound towing discussion. While modern gas engines have made impressive gains in horsepower, they still can't match the torque that diesels deliver at low RPMs. Torque is the twisting force that gets a heavy trailer moving from a standstill, and when you're pulling 10 tons, you need every bit of it. For example, the Ford 6.7-liter Power Stroke V8 turbo diesel introduced in 2011 could produce up to 800 pound-feet of torque. That's what made a properly equipped F350 capable of breaching the 20,000 pound tow rating. The Ram 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel, famous for its straight-six durability, was easily pushing over 650 pound-feet of torque in early 2010s models, climbing toward 850 pound-feet in later versions. The Duramax 6.6-liter V8 turbo diesel found in GM trucks consistently delivered over 660 pound-feet of torque in the late 2000s and early 2010s. These numbers matter. When you're trying to drag a 20,000 pound fifth wheel up a mountain grade, horsepower alone won't save you. Diesel torque paired with heavy-duty transmissions and proper gearing makes the impossible possible. The price sweet spot. Why pre-2015 is your target? So why is the under $25,000 price range realistic? It comes down to depreciation and age. Brand new heavy-duty diesel trucks today start at $55,000 to $65,000 and can easily push over $90,000 with options. But vehicles depreciate, and once they hit the 10 to 15-year mark, Even powerful, well-equipped models fall into the affordable used market. Trucks built between 2008 and 2015 are old enough that they've dropped in price significantly, yet new enough to feature modern diesel technology and serious tow ratings. This means if you shop for a 2011 to 2015 Ford Super Duty, a 2010-2014 Ram HD, or a 2008 to 2013 GM HD truck, you can often find examples under $25,000, especially if they have high mileage. High mileage isn't necessarily a deal breaker with these trucks. Diesel engines are built to last, often running past 300,000 miles with proper maintenance. Yes, you'll need to be careful and inspect thoroughly, but with the right find, you'll own a truck that still has decades of towing life left in it. Trucks that tow 20,000 pounds for under $25K. Let's break down the specific models that can realistically be found in this category. Ford F250 and F350 Super Duty. The Ford Super Duty line has always been about heavy work, and the F350 is where you'll often see that magical 20,000-pound tow rating. Engine to look for: 6.7-liter Power Stroke V8 turbo diesel. Key years: 2011 to 2015. Why it works: the 2011 redesign gave the Power Stroke massive torque, 800 pound-feet initially, pushing towing ratings into the 20,000-pound range when properly equipped. What to expect for $25K? High mileage, 200K plus, possibly a work truck trim and some wear, but still a dependable machine if maintained. Ram 2500 and 3500. The Ram HD trucks are legendary for their Cummins straight-six engine. Farmers, contractors, and RV owners swear by them. Engine to look for: 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel. Key years: 2010 to 2014 for affordability. Why it works: with the right axle ratio and configuration, these trucks exceed 20,000 pounds of towing capacity. What to expect for $25K? Similar to Ford, an older truck, higher mileage, but with an engine many mechanics consider nearly bulletproof. Chevrolet Silverado HD and GMC Sierra HD, 2500 HD, 3500 HD. GM's heavy-duty twins have always been strong contenders in this space. Engine to look for: 6.6-liter Duramax turbo diesel. Key years: 2008 to 2013. Why it works: strong Duramax performance paired with the Allison transmission makes for a highly respected towing combination. Some models top 20,000 pounds with gooseneck setups. What to expect for $25K? Older styling, high mileage, but excellent reliability if the Duramax Allison combo has been cared for. Expert buying tips. Now, let's step away from the spec sheets and talk about the realities of buying one of these trucks in today's used market. 1. Diesel is non-negotiable. Gas engines simply don't cut it for 20,000 pounds. Yes, there are powerful V8 gas options out there, but none will reliably tow at this level without strain. Always hold out for the diesel. 2. Check the towing specs for that exact truck. Tow ratings depend not only on the engine but also on cab configuration, bed length, axle ratio, drivetrain, and even trim level. Don't assume, verify the VIN-specific towing specs before you buy. 3. Inspect for heavy use. Many trucks in this price range will have been used for work, construction, farming, hauling. Look for frame wear, hitch wear, transmission condition, and signs of overloading. A truck that has lived its life pulling trailers daily will need more careful inspection. 4. Gooseneck and fifth wheel options. Conventional bumper pull towing rarely gets you to 20,000 pounds. To achieve those numbers, you'll likely need a fifth wheel or gooseneck setup. If the truck isn't equipped, factor in the cost of installation. Number 5. Vehicle history is key. Always run a Carfax or equivalent. Past accidents, flood damage, or sketchy title histories can turn a bargain into a nightmare. The reality of owning a sub-$25 heavy-duty diesel. Owning one of these trucks isn't like owning a new half-ton. There are trade-offs. Fuel economy. Don't expect miracles. A heavy-duty diesel with big towing capacity will average 12 to 17 mpg, less under load. Maintenance costs. Oil changes take more quarts, parts are heavier duty, and repairs can run higher than a gas half-ton. Ride comfort. These trucks were built for work. Expect a stiffer ride compared to newer, more refined models. Technology. Pre-2015 models won't have the latest infotainment or driver assist features. But here's the payoff. These trucks are still among the most capable machines on the road, and for the price of a new compact SUV, you can own a rig that can tow an entire construction site. Why this matters today? In today's market, affordability and capability rarely go hand in hand. A new Ford Super Duty with a diesel engine and a 20,000-pound tow rating can easily push $80,000 or more. For many buyers, contractors starting out, families wanting to tow a big RV, or small business owners, dropping that kind of money just isn't realistic. That's where these used heavy-duty trucks shine. For under $25,000, you can get into the towing game at a professional level. Yes, you'll make compromises in age and mileage, but you'll also own a truck that does the one thing you need most: haul big loads without breaking a sweat. Final thoughts. The idea of a pickup that can tow 20,000 pounds and costs under $25,000 might sound too good to be true. But if you understand the used market, know which engines and years to look for, and accept that you'll be buying an older, higher mileage truck, it's absolutely possible. The Ford F350 with the 6.7-liter Power Stroke, the Ram 3500 with the 6.7-liter Cummins, and the Chevy GMC 3500 HD with the Duramax Allison combo are your prime candidates. These trucks were built to work hard, and even with years on them, they're still more than capable of pulling 20,000 pounds today. At the end of the day, it comes down to priorities. If you want modern comfort, you'll have to spend big. But if your goal is pure towing muscle on a budget, then the under 25K heavy-duty diesel market is where you should be shopping. With patience, research, and careful inspection, you can own a truck that tows like a champ without draining your bank account.